Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Marvin with the Family O. Just doing a quick video today, just to talk about how our experience was as far as transitioning our bank accounts from the credit union that we've been with for many years to Black-owned bank, Unity Bank. Now, it was a lot of steps. I think the timing of when we decided to to open the account and all that, it was just a lot going on in the atmosphere and in general. And so the reason for our change was kind of what's going on with the socio-economic environment, the political environment, and we wanted to get involved in the most powerful wealth building tool. Every person in money will say it's your money. And so we felt like one of the ways that we can affect change, starting from a small space and then branching out to other areas, was with our money. So Amber and I talked about it. She's behind the camera, by the way. And we said, well, is this something we want to do? We weren't married to the idea of staying with our credit union. We joined them, when we moved out to the particular suburb that we live in. And with everything going on, we were like, man, we got to get involved. And so we opened an account with Unity Bank, which is the only minority-owned bank in Texas. So that's so crazy that even is the case, but it is. So you guys have seen the video, one family's decision to switch to a Black-owned bank that we did a few weeks ago. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. And now, what happens next? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And so I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips and steps that you can actually follow to switch from whatever bank you've been with for however long you've been with them to a Black-owned bank. So these steps actually apply to switching from any kind of bank to another kind of bank, but for all intents and purposes of this particular video, we're talking about our transition to a Black bank. So the first thing you're going to need is a notepad. This is going to be the most important thing you're going to need, and you're also going to need a pen that fell. And I don't want to get out of the picture, so I'm just going to point to it. It's down there. But paper and pen, I mean, it really isn't a lot to it. You just have to really look into your bank account, and we'll go through it in a moment, but you just really have to look into the bank account and see. The main thing you want to make sure is, look at your recurring payments that come out, or your recurring debits out of the account. Your day-to-day purchases, when you go to Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, that you actually have control over, and it really doesn't matter what card you pull out to swipe. That you have control over. But what you don't have control over in a lot of cases is those bills that we have that are automated, that are set up as a direct debit, from your bank account to pay whatever utilities. So that was the most important thing that I had to make sure that I found all our bills. That way our transition is seamless and pain free. So one last thing, it's not going to be a as soon as you switch it over you close your bank account kind of situation. I don't recommend that. What we're going to do is, we have already transitioned all of our monthly bills already. We're going to start with our transactions on a day-to-day basis that we typically use. And then so Libby had to go use the restroom. She's still already pretty much potty trained, but she always wants us with her when she needs to use the restroom most times. But anyways, like I was saying, it's not going to be an overnight thing where as soon as you switch everything over, that's it. You march into your old bank and say, close my account. We don't recommend doing that, simply because you just never know what bill might be out there, or what bank, or not bank, but what bill you might have tied to it. So we recommend, when you finished everything, just kind of keep a little buffer of cash in your old account, maybe like $500, something like that, and just have it there, and just treat your old bank like your backup account. You know what I'm saying? And so that way, if you just have an emergency, or if you lose your current checking account, check card or whatever, you just have a backup account that's kind of just sitting there with a little bit of cash in it. That would be our recommendation. But if you want to just march into your bank and tell them what they can do with themselves, that's completely up to you. But we're gonna hang around with our old bank just to keep a little bit of cash in there for like just emergencies, and but the majority of our day-to-day transactions, businesses, about 99% of everything is going to be in the new account. So I'm going to get started showing you guys how I did it for us. And if you have any tips or ideas or whatever, put it in the comments so we can kind of share. And I think the biggest thing is that a lot of people are fearful. A lot of people are like, man, what if this bank, messes this up with my money and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, all banks that you do business with should be FDIC insured. So just double check. If they're FDIC insured, then your money is safe up to the limit, which is $250,000, I believe. So unless you got more than $250,000, you'd be all right. So let's get started, and I'll show you in a minute. Let's go. Okay, so we are here looking. I have 2 screens set up. As it relates to your situation, you just make 2 separate screens if it's on a laptop or whatever the case is. One screen has our old bank account here, and then this screen is our new bank account with Unity. So for privacy purposes, you're not going to see anything general, so anything specific. But the main steps that you want to do first and foremost, if you utilize your account for, if you utilize your bank information online specifically, then this information is what you're going to pretty much do. If you are not really technology savvy and you prefer to go into your bank, they can provide you with what I'm going to pretty much show you guys. But basically all you'll do is go into your recent transactions for your old bank account. It should have an option that allows you to search transactions. So all you need to do, the most important thing you need to do, if you want to bring the camera right here, is if it's broken down as far as asking you how you want to search for a transaction, you're going to want to look for debits, okay? Debits including checks and electronic transactions. So yeah, debits is going to be, including checks and electronic transactions. So I'm going to do a quick search, and I recommend just looking at the last 60 days. The last 60 days is going to be as good enough of an indicator of your monthly expenses that come out, on a regular basis, or recurring debits that you have coming out of your account. So today is the 3rd, so I'll just run it from June 1st until the end of last month, and then I'll be back to show you guys all our transactions that we've had debited. Okay, so what we're looking at here, and this is what you're going to need your pen and pencil for. You're going to look for everything that says ACH withdrawal next to it. Everything that's an ACH withdrawal is some vendor or company that you pay bills to that has your checking and routing number, and they pull out a certain dollar amount, to pay for cable, lights, water, whatever the case is, on a monthly basis. So I've got all the transactions from the last 60 days pulled up now, and so I'm literally going to go through every one right here that says ACH withdrawal. Where is it at? Bam, right there. So that's our car insurance there. But ACH, everything that's ACH, that's what I'm going to go through and write down. Okay, so once you've jotted down all of the companies that take out on a monthly basis via ACH withdrawal, all you need to do literally is call them up, each one by one, give them your new routing number and your new account number for your new bank, and just make sure that they haven't already been in the process or is pending to come out of your old bank account, as far as whatever that bill is for the month. If it's around the time where they're already about to do it, then you just give them the information anyway, and just make sure in your old account that you keep, like I said, that buffer of a couple $100s for any bills that are gonna come out for that month. But for the following month, you should be updated, and they should have your new bank information on file. That way that all of your monthly, if you got a gym membership, utilities, whatever you have tied to your banking, your routing and account number, that they've been updated, with your new information. Okay guys, so I just showed you in the last segment how to find all of your online bill pays if you utilize online bill pay for your old bank. We highly recommend it because it virtually eliminates the needs for paper checks, because your bank will just mail a check on your behalf to whatever, utility company or phone company or whatever you have set up, and it's typically a free service. So with our new bank, Unity, they also offer online bill pay, and that's what sealed the deal for us. So I've got everything written down, and so I just look for the respective category that I want to add the utility or the online bill pay for. As you see, they have it broken down by utilities, phone, insurance, credit cards, etiquette, and most major providers are going to be in any bank's online bill pay service. So for example, we utilize TV and internet, so you just click there, find your respective company, and then you just type it in. You just type it in right here, your account number, boom, 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 add it, and that's it. And you just go through each one by one and add each account number that you have set up. And you can call your bill company, light, water, gas, whatever. You can call them and they can provide you with the account number. And some online bill pay services will actually pull your bill down on a monthly basis and give you the ability to pay automatically out of your checking account. So that's also a major key to automate as much of your life as possible. That way, you know every month the bills will be paid and you won't miss a payment, due to forgetting. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. It's a pretty seamless transition. Like I said, just make sure that you write down all of your ACH withdrawals that you've had come out for the last 60 or so days. Call each of those bills directly. Let them know your new routing number and your new account number, and find out when they're going to make the next debit. That way, you ensure that you have enough money to cover it in your old account or your new account, just in case it doesn't go through with your new information. You want to still make sure you pay your bills, of course. But secondly, once you've added all of your new vendors or your current vendors that you personally make payments to through your bank's online bill pay service, that's pretty much it. And like I said, just build in that transition time. Keep a little cash in your old account. That way you don't run into any hiccups as you transition. And happy banking with New Black Bank. Again, this is Marvin with the Family O. We appreciate you checking out this video, and let us know how your switch has been for you. If you decided to take the challenge and move your money to a minority-owned bank, we'd love to hear about it in the comments. All right, peace.